What's up, Streets 945? It is your girl, the Bonnie Banks, and I'm sitting here with Briana Hampton.
Hi.
Very excited to have you on because you did just drop you've been doing YouTube actually, but this one is now on Facebook for Just Being Briana.
Yes.
So I had the opportunity to see it. And you start off with your kids. You guys are talking about pretty much this transition from being married to the single life. So tell me, fill in the gaps of what's been going on with you.
So, a lot. So fast. So the episode just dropped. It's just me asking my kids, how do you feel about mommy being single? Conversations I feel that we as parents should have at home because the conversation should start at home and not outside at school or anything like that. So I want my kids to feel comfortable with talking to me, and because life has changed, I want them to be able to come to me and tell me this is how I feel. I don't like this. I don't like that. I want to have my kids' opinions in my life.
Yeah. And I know you asked the boys kind of how they felt about you being single versus when you were, married and things of that nature. And they were like, oh, well, you're going to be around more. So do you feel like sometimes when you get in relationships, you might tuck away a little bit more?
I feel like they know that I was around, but that person wasn't around. That's why you hear them say, spend time with us. And my daughter was like, no, he need to spend time with mommy.
Okay, it's the other way around.
So it was basically they wanted the male figure in their life to spend more time with them if I so choose to get married again.
Right. Okay, so we're going to dig a little bit into your past, not too much because, of course, we're focusing on just being Briana and moving forward. But I did have the opportunity to watch some of the past interviews and saw LaTruth's truths, I guess, come out as well. And he did address some of the things that you guys went through. So one of the things I saw was they said that they had a narcissistic analysis or something like that. Would you consider him a narcissist?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
textbook narcissist.
Wow. Okay, so tell me what the definition of a narcissist is, because I feel like I dealt with one too.
So narcissist is gaslighting, manipulation, trauma bond. And that's what I feel like we had because my mom had passed, and then I met him, and I seen similarities of my mom. So I was like, oh, it's a glimpse of me still having a chance of me still having a relationship with my mom.
Right.
Wrong thing to do because now it turned into more so of, I wouldn't say call her my mom, but it turned into a parental relationship versus a real grown-up adult marriage.
Right.
And then the controlling part of being narcissistic. They want you to be to yourself. They don't want you to have friends. They don't want you to work. They want you to be just strictly. When he was like, oh, yeah, I want you to stay home with the kids so you can be involved with the kids more. I never had it. I'm thinking, oh, okay, he's caring about the kids. No.
That's not it.
He wants you with him so he can watch you and see what you're doing.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a whole lot of things that goes into narcissistic. People don't know that narcissistic is also a form of abuse as well because it translates to that as well, especially when you tell somebody how you feel and then they turn it around and make them the victim.
Yes.
So, that's gaslighting.
Speaking of you guys' relationship, there was a comment you made where you were checking his phone at some points. So how... To me, it's if you have to check the phone, now we've gone where it's okay, can I trust you? And trust is a big element of a relationship. So when you were checking the phones, did you feel okay, now I've gone too far, this is not what I wanted? Or what was that?
I feel I could never get the truth from him, so I had no choice but to find out myself.
Okay. You just need the answers, you need to see it. Okay.
But I feel it wasn't until something got broken on me, and then when I exposed it to the world, that's what made me leave, and that was my big push for me to leave. I feel if nothing was broken on me, I'd probably still be in that relationship right now.
Really?
And if I would have never exposed it to the world, I probably would still be in it right now. Because when you're in it, you don't see red flags. But when you outside of it and you're being able to sit with yourself and reflect and see everything that you've been through, that's when you start realizing that's not love.
Yeah.
All that controlling, that's not love. Me being in Atlanta for 6 years and never been to an Atlanta restaurant.
Oh no, you got to.
That's not love.
Yeah, you got to.
That was prison. So now I'm out and I'm living and I'm able to get out and experience Atlanta when I was always told it's nothing to do. It's nothing to do. Just stay in the house. It's nothing to do.
No, there's too much to do actually.
Then I'm learning that. So now I'm having fun. I'm like, what? Be locked down where?
Oh, yeah. Lockdown who? No. Okay. So you said there was an ultimate breaking point for you. Now you are single. Are you single?
Yes.
Okay. So you're single. You're outside in the Atlanta streets. How was that transition from being married to being single?
I'm getting to know myself more. I'm falling back in love with me. I'm getting to know what I like, what I don't like. Because when I became a mom at 18, that's all I ever known. Then I got into marriage. That's all I ever known. So now I'm just really just focused on my journey with myself and figuring out who I am as a woman.
Nice. I love that. What can we expect other than Just Being Briana? Because it seems like you're getting into acting a lot. So do you have some movies that we're going to see, some other things like that?
I've done a couple of auditions. I can't say anything yet, but yeah, you're gonna see more big things happening for me. A lot more fashion shows as well.
Fashion shows. Okay, so now Just Being Briana, of course, that first episode is showing you with your kids. You guys moved into a new house. That house I saw, I was like, okay, how many rooms is actually in this house? Because it seemed like everybody was getting a room. Oh my gosh. Okay, that thing is huge. So congratulations on that. So what has it been like living in a house? Is it just you as the adult and then your kids? Yes. What is that like?
Peace, girl.
Oh, okay. Not peaceful.
Peaceful. When I say it feel good to be able to just walk around your home and not have to walk on eggshells and not have to say, okay, let me see if I can say this, or let me make sure they're not going to get mad about this.
Yeah.
You become adjusted to that. And now I'm like, shit, I'm free. I can say what I want, and my kids go to school, I can rock around butt naked if I want to. Free. It just feels so good to just be free and just be me and just love me and all my flaws.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Next episode, what are we going to see?
Next episode, you're going to see me go to LA, and you're going to see me talk about auditions. I'm meeting with a producer.
What? Okay, so, all right. So, you're keeping the acting in the bag, so we're not going to get that exclusive now, guys. But, of course, we're going to see you more on some big screens. I definitely want to get into just the fact of, like, you mostly used YouTube. Now you're on Facebook.
Well, I mostly use Facebook.
Oh, okay.
But I do YouTube sometime, but I'm just not. It's just so much.
Yeah.
But I like Facebook because it's easier.
Okay, because get into that, because I feel like there was a generation that used Facebook, and then we kind of moved to Instagram, but now it feels like Facebook is reeling us back in. So why was Facebook an attraction for you and Just Being, like, your show Just Being Briana?
For Facebook, I feel like the share button is what matters the most. On Instagram, we can share on our stories. And then with YouTube, yes, you can share the links, but it's kind of hard to get people to go somewhere else when they're comfortable somewhere and they already know how to use a certain thing. So with Facebook, I love the share button because now their friends, who they might got thousands of friends, they see it, and then their friends and their friends and their friends. I just love how the insights work for Facebook.
I love that.
Compared to Instagram, they share today's story, but you don't know if their page is private, so ain't nobody really seeing it. So the engagement is much better on Facebook.
Okay, I love that. You had the premiere for Just Being Briana. It looks like you had a great turnout. There were friends, family. It looks like a lot of people showed up for you. So what was that feeling like?
It felt good. And to watch the first episode, a lot of people don't know that was a dark space for me. Like, I was going through depression. It was a fight for me to get up because I felt like the whole world was against me for standing in my truth. You rather me shut up and shut down and be quiet. And then a lot of times people were upset because I tried to save him again. And people don't know that when it comes to narcissistic abuse or any type of abuse, form of abuse, we try to save them. Yeah. Because we go tell our friends and our family, and then we be like, oh, no, it really didn't happen like that, girl. It was just, you know, just a little scratch. Oh, yeah, he cheated. But you know, that was only one time. No, girl, we remember it was 2 weeks ago he cheated with another girl. But no, this time was different. Right. So we always try to go protect and save because some people have big hearts and we love so hard that we just want to be like, okay, let's save it and then we can just move on. Because at that point in my life, I was just like, you know what? I see him getting attacked. Let me just go ahead and end this gracefully. We can just go our separate ways and then nobody has to know nothing. We know what happened behind closed doors and let's just move on. But they had to make it hell for me, so I had to defend myself and tell my truth.
Yes, okay. And you did tell you told your truth. I saw that he did an interview where he had the opportunity to, quote unquote, tell the truth. So one of the things he talked about was an abusive situation that you told him about that happened with your one of your kids' fathers, and he says that is a lie. So do you want to clap back or reply to his comments?
I feel like at this point that person is irrelevant, and he like, it's no point in it. Everybody knows because I've been very transparent, open with every relationship, and my baby father has also been open and transparent in that relationship. He's the father of my 3 kids. So we really don't need to say nothing that happened when we was young. I was 18, and we forgave each other, and now we great co-parents. Maybe he should take a lesson.
Oh, okay. Not the shade. All right. One of your videos that you had on YouTube, I definitely wanted to tap into this because you were talking about this chapter of your life is called Peace. And you were open and honest. And I can relate to the comment that you made about some relationships are seasonal. And it's what you need maybe at that moment or just to learn and grow. How have you been able to kind of tap into, of course, being married, being single, being a mom, and using that to grow into a new person?
I've learned that people can be blockages. Because ever since I released that blockage, God has been blessing me over and over and over. When I tell you so much stuff has been happening, like, Kels have been like my publicist. Like, I've been like flying. That's like great. My wings are not broken. So when I tell women every day, like, pour water into you, stop worrying about everybody else, pour into you, and like give yourself the time that you need to heal and stop trying to rush in other things and other situations and just fall in love with you. Date yourself. If that man is meant to be with you, he'll still be there or not. Right. God made plenty more men.
Plenty of fish in the sea. Okay?
Yes, so it's a baby being born every day.
Not my baby, though. No lie. So you are a mom of 5? I'm going to say 4. Okay, 4. So how is that juggling the mother life and, of course, this new single life and you getting out and acting, things of that nature? Are you able to bring your kids along with you, or do they have their stable home and they go to school and that's kind of their routine?
Yeah, so right now I'm keeping it stable. Okay. But if it's like weekends and stuff, yeah, they come with me. But besides that, I try to keep them as involved. So it's about to be summertime, so yeah, they about to be right on my back.
No, I love that. How do they feel about how open you are and transparent you are on the internet? Because they can see them, right? Yeah, do they see them and point things out?
I don't think they feel any type of... they only feel some type of way when it's something negative. Okay. Like, for a minute, my kids were being bullied online by grown people. What? When I say grown, I'm talking about 45, 46, and 50.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
And the person just came out and apologized to me for it. But it's kind of like... It's not a little too late, but it's kind of like I can't even forgive you for that because you was going to back for somebody who you don't know, you're not in my household with, so you don't know what happened. But to bully children, innocent kids, my kids had to see that. They're on TikTok, like y'all was posting it all over the place. It's okay to come for me, but don't come for my baby. Yeah, they innocent.
Yeah, they didn't do anything, y'all. I think that people forget sometimes that. And I don't want to say celebrities, but people that they might admire or see a lot on the internet, they forget that those are actual real people. Right. Like, you can meet them in real life and they walk around and have their own lives. So, you know.
I think that they think we are above them or something, and we're not. Like.
So, I know you are, of course, focusing ourselves, doing self-love. That's what we're talking about. Are you out in the dating world, or are you just kind of like, okay, we're just hanging? Are you out in the streets? You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me, because I've seen that you have one little fella that you do a lot of videos with. And I'm like, let's just see. And I kept looking, and I was like, the thing is, I've interviewed him before, and I cannot get his name. And yes. And so I have interviewed Jonell. I know he's on a couple of shows on Hulu and stuff. So tell us, give us some teases, because you know the sisters want to know.
So I met Jonell at a Fear movie premiere in LA in January, and he's been the sweetest, best friend I could ever have. Oh, it's good. Supportive of me with all the negative stuff going on, with people bashing me. People even was leaving negative reviews about him on his show, networks and stuff, and he still stood beside me and still supported me and still loving on me regardless. And I love him for that. Like, we just getting to know each other and letting God lead our path. Wherever it goes, it goes. But okay. He's an amazing person.
I'll take that, because I think sometimes it's okay to have male friends that truly are just your friend, and they kind of just want to see you do good things, and then you guys both are doing acting videos, which is helping whatever you're trying to do, as well as you know, you guys are both
so supportive. Whenever he doing an interview, he be like, "All right, you coming? All right, now after the interview, I need you to meet her. I want you to interview her." He pushes me and be trying to network me with people. I never had that before, so
look at you attracting what you need. That's what we want to see. Attract the energy that you want, attract the energy that you need. And it was great talking to you and getting to know you. Your spirit is like phenomenal, for real. It seems like you are really going through a healing journey of loving yourself. And I hope that rubs off on me, because I'm kind of going through the same little thing. So I'm like, okay, so tell me the definition of a narcissist, because I felt like I know who that is. So no, I get it. I know you're not revealing all of your acting things, but what are some new things that you're going to have coming up that people can be a part of, see, join, follow, anything like that?
So I'm gonna be doing more fashion shows. Sunday I have Bloom conference with Miss Skittles and Rashida.
Okay.
So
yes, I've
yeah,
heard
I'm doing
of
that Sunday, and more stuff happening. I'm excited.
I'm excited for you.
Thank
I am
you.
very excited for you. Thank you so much. Hold on. PR said this. Plug something else. What is it?
Oh, I do have my own skincare line. It's called
Oh, yes, I want to get into that. Okay, so before we even close out, because I am a skincare kind of gal. All right, so tell me what inspired you wanting to even start the skincare line?
Okay, so I used to work for a company called It Works. I was their influencer, and I used to sell their skincare products, and I love their products. But everybody before that used to ask me what I used on my face, and I made them hella money. So I was like, let me go invest in my own thing. Let me see, because I'm making money for everybody else, selling everybody else stuff when I can do this myself. So I took time and I just really just invested and see which ones was natural, vegan products. Like I didn't want any chemical products. So it took a while for me to get that, because nobody ain't gonna tell you nothing. You got to figure it out yourself.
Yes.
But once I got my ingredients together, I just adore more beauty.
So did you test it on other people's face? Because, you know, that's one of the things where it's like, I don't know if I want to put this on my face.
I tested on other people's face, and I even used it on my baby face, and she's 3.
Oh, okay. So
which is named after her. Her name is Amora. So I named it Adore Amora.
Adore Amora. So what is the focus of the skincare? Because, you know, sometimes you have like specific serums for maybe color spots or things of that nature. Is there a focus for it, or is it easy to use, just kind of 3-step process?
More so cleansing and moisturizing, keeping your face. You see my face?
Yes, no, it looks great.
No
she came with no makeup. No makeup on.
So that's the only thing I like. I just like being able to have a moisturized face and not have to pat makeup on so much.
Right, try to cover.
Yes, but I got stuff for dark spots if you break out. I also have the makeup remover. Okay. So yeah, I got some
it's a lot.
Face masks, some exfoliating scrub.
Good. Okay, so I need to tap in. How can I tap in to get skincare?
AdoreAmoreBeauty.com.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna get some of that because I really do love skincare. Y'all know me. I'm first to be like, okay, let me try a little serum. Let me do a little something real quick. Love that, boss babe. So now you got your own skincare. You doing some acting. Yes. Are you gonna get into anything else? Are you like musically inclined?
They trying to get me there, but no. I'm also working on another book, so that'll be out soon.
Oh, yes, you are a published author. I did see that. Okay, so we're going to have some more books. Is that going to be more in the self-love care, or?
It's going to help you heal from being broken.
Okay. All right. I'm excited to see that. Can't wait for that to drop. Come back so we can talk about it. Definitely bring the book so we can read it too. Yes. Okay, because we always need self-love, self-care. It's your girl Bonnie Banks. I just wrapped it up with Briana Hampton. Thank you so much for you coming with us, not for having me. Thank you for joining Streets 945.